And it's just like, girl, you eat, breathe, and shit just like I do. And quite frankly, ain't none of y'all Beyonce.
Yeah, sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Cece, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. I hope that you would stay, subscribe, and become a part of the Fashionceesta family. Here over on my channel, I show you how to be your baddest bitch at an affordable cost, and today we are doing a chit chat get ready with me. As you guys can see by the title of the video, I am actually getting ready for a brand shoot for 427 Beauty. If y'all are new here, you guys probably don't know 427 Beauty is my brand. I am a makeup artist and I launched my own cosmetic brand this year on my birthday, hence the fact 427 Beauty. So yeah, we got into some things. We talked about business, we talked about just the attitudes, the clout, all of that other stuff in the industry, trying to navigate this space as a professional makeup artist in Hollywood, and just all of the things. We talked about my dating life, celibacy, goals, me being back in therapy. We talked about a lot of things. So if you guys are interested, you just are in need of a good girl chat, definitely stay tuned and we can chat about it in the comments. But I will see you all in my next clip. So hey y'all, again, I'm pretty sure I already said hello in the intro video. I'm a little nervous because I did my lashes a little bit different. I don't think I did a specific video on it, but I do have a video on my channel showing you guys the lash clusters that I've been using. I did a partnership with Temu and I selected some lash clusters. And so I used those along with a new pair of Velux clusters. You guys know that I've been obsessed with the Kate Somerville water cream moisturizer, the Hydra Kate water cream moisturizer. And so I just mixed that with my Pond's dry skin moisturizer. I use that on everybody. Let me go grab my nose ring and I'll be right back. Like I was saying earlier, the lashes that I'm wearing came from Temu. And I tried something different, so my lashes are a little bit heavier than what I'm used to them being, but I kind of like it. I just feel like my eye just really can't support the heaviness, so shall we gonna see. But I want us to do a chit chat get ready with me because like you guys see in the title, or I really don't know what I'm gonna title it, I'm actually getting ready for my business photo shoot. I'm gonna have this link down below in the description box. This palette comes in handy if you're a makeup artist. You shouldn't be putting product on the back of your hand anyways, but if you do, I do have another thing to show you. Where are they? These hand palettes. These hand palettes I get off Amazon as well, but I like my silver one because I can mix the product and everything on the back of this. I feel like personally, if you use the hand palettes, you need to make sure at least one of your hands are ashy. You need to wash it real quick and rub any type of oil or anything off of it, or else these hand palettes will roll up. So this is my handy dandy. Alright, so now that I have it out the way, per usual, all the products that I'm using on my face will be linked down below in the description box in the order in which I use them. Yes, they are affiliate links. If it is something that I'm using that's from my line that's not released, then I'll just make sure Editing CC inserts the fact that that's what it is. So now that we have that out the way, I already told you guys that I use to moisturize. We're gonna use my e.l.f. primer to go ahead and prime my face. And we're gonna get into this. I am shooting for 427 today. I have some new lip gloss shades that are dropping. By the time you guys get this video, they may or may not be up on the website, but however, my website is always linked down below in the description box. So if I use something and say that it's from 427 and I mention that it's on the site, or tell you guys to shop with us, you can always just check the link in my description box to cop you some items. I'm really proud of my line and just the noise that it's making, just for me to be someone that's starting off that doesn't really have a huge platform, but to have so many people still supporting it. A lot of my customers are my clients, or just people who follow me on social media. So that's been very exciting just to see people like actually spend money with me, and just the comments that I've been getting about the products and people liking them. So I'm so excited. This year has been a true roller coaster. You already know, I think in one video I kind of got into the nightmare and the roller coaster of other things I had going on that was hindering me from really launching 427 the way that I wanted to. Using NARS per usual. As you guys can see, I absolutely love this foundation. The bottle was dirty, don't mind that, but I mean, y'all know I use it. It is winter time, so I'm now in the shade New Caledonia. Just want to throw that out there. Y'all know I typically use Manas, but today I'm going to be using New Caledonia. So yeah, it has been a very trying time getting this brand off of the ground, because I am such a perfectionist. The fact that I am a makeup artist, I wanted it to be right, but I think that I had to have a conversation with myself about like, do I want it perfect or do I just want to start? Because it's a business and everything has to grow. Sorry, elf corrector in the shade orange. Yeah, in the shade orange, just to conceal some blemishes. Y'all know normally I don't really do color corrector for real unless I'm like going somewhere and I need everything to be flawless, and in this case I like to have to edit my glam pictures as least as possible, so we will be color correcting today. In terms of me launching my business, it was just so much going on with a project that I was originally booked for. They ended up dragging their feet, and I want to give them grace and say that a lot of this, well, no, because the strike hadn't started before they started to get pushback, but maybe because, you know, they're in that industry and they probably caught wind of the strike coming beforehand. That could have been why the project was paused, but nonetheless, it interfered with the rollout that I wanted to have for 427. That's why you guys still don't see videos about my brand on my page. But high key, after I'm done shooting, I may go ahead and do like a video for my product line, so that way you guys can see exactly what it is that I'll offer, what I currently have on the website, and introduce you guys to the new shades at the same time. Because yeah, it's been, child, it's been a time, to say the least. With that being said, I want to kind of jump into career, because I did upload a video about me going to LA, and I kind of gave you guys like a little mini life update when I got back. Well, now that was October, it is now December, and I have another life update, kind of. Yeah, it's so funny because literally I went to help my grandparents put up the Christmas tree yesterday, and I was just thinking about LA and like when will be a feasible time for me to go back, because there was another project that I was booked for and that got pushed back. I don't really want to speak on why, because when I tell you guys what I'm a part of and who I'll be working with, you may be able to put two and two together then. But that got delayed as well, and I'm just taking these delays from God as like him protecting me for something, or allowing space for bigger and better opportunities to happen. And I hope my mom don't get mad at me for telling her business, but I mean, hell, it also happened to me as well, so it's a part of my life. Had a situation where she got sick, and the fact that I was supposed to be gone now, I just can't imagine what that would have done to my anxiety with me being gone and not being able to be here for my mom with what she had going on. I mean, she is definitely on the road to recovery now, but just the thought of something like that happening and I have to book a flight just to get back to my mom, it was just so much going on and just running through my head this past week, and really kind of since I've been back home. But to God, one, first and foremost, that she's okay, but two, it just put a lot of things into perspective as far as me and my career and the things that I want to do, and you know, just getting more serious about the things that I care about, so that way I can afford the opportunity to kind of just kick back and, you know, enjoy life without having to so I can be able to kick back and enjoy life without having to worry about, damn, like I gotta hurry up and go work, or I can't take time out because I am, you know, still in the building phases of a new business. I'm still, you know, trying to get my feet wet in this entertainment industry now as a full-time makeup artist versus doing this part-time or as a freelancer where jobs are just coming to me one off. And putting things into perspective as far as like me being bi-coastal, trying to work in TV and film and how hectic those schedules are, and you know, when life happens you still have to show up. And I mean, that's kind of regardless in any field, but I just feel like the fact that when I am doing this type of work, I will be away from home. So my goal now is to try to find an agency. I still obviously will be back and forth between here in LA, and by here I mean on the East Coast in LA. However, I do want to find an agency to sign to where I can get work that pays really, really well and give me, you know, more experience on set than what I've obviously already had within the 13 years, and being able to just, I don't know, like really just flourish in my career. And I really thought that like this year was going to be that for me, because a lot of these things that I was booked for prior, obviously outside of anything that stemmed from me going to LA in August, but there's just a lot of things that I want to see myself accomplish and do before I feel like I can truly feel like, okay, yeah, like I made it, I'm doing it. And I'm grateful for, you know, God taking his time and giving me these opportunities, and honestly just pacing me, because I know that this is a very fast-paced life, and the first thing I definitely need to work on is like being more organized and, you know, being able to truly handle a hectic schedule. And I feel like slowly but surely he's kind of been showing me that with these one-off bookings. Like I've been super busy with photography work since I've been back, and like taking clients and then still having to turn in content, and like kind of really just giving me a glimpse of what life would be like. Sorry I didn't show you guys. This is Juvia's Place shade stick in the shade Katsina. And I'm using the contour. You guys know I love this shade stick. But yeah, so I feel like it's just been a lot of things of like God just kind of giving me a sneak preview of how hectic and busy and crazy things are about to get for me. And I'm definitely up for the challenge. I just want to build a career that I'm proud of. And I think a lot of that stems from, I just want somebody in these spaces, these entertainment spaces, that's good-hearted, that's genuine, that has pure intentions. Because I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, and this is for my people who are interested in doing makeup full-time, and you want to work with celebrities, and you want to do this and you want to do that. Girl, I understand you might think that because you're working with celebrities or whomever that it seems like it's just so much fun. Oh, this is an ideal career. And don't get me wrong, because it is obviously still something that I'm working in, but you really have to have tough skin. You need to be flexible, and you can't be somebody that takes a lot of things personal. And those things I just named are things that I am actively still working on not being. I do feel like I'm flexible, but I just feel like in this industry there's a lot of inconsideration. Not only that, another reason why I really want to strive and truly be successful and make a career where people don't feel like I'm just talking and I have nothing to show for it, because that's another thing. Oh, we're getting into some things today. So I feel like when you're not flashy about your accolades or the things that you do or the people you're connected to or the people that you know, people tend to think that like you do not serve a purpose, you don't have any value. And personally, I don't mind that. I don't. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because I like genuine people around me. I feel like if you are an asshole or you're somebody who's just not a people person, then I would prefer you show me that than for you to be like, oh, she's such and such makeup artist, or oh, she works in this line of work, oh, she's connected to this brand, and she does blah blah blah. And then I can't gauge why you're in my face. Is it because you genuinely like me and I'm a cool person, or is it because you know I'm connected to certain people? And so this ain't even on a list, but it kind of goes along with what I'm saying about like the career thing. So I just feel like early on in like my teenage years, I was very, very like active on social media. A lot of my career literally blossomed. I'm gonna use the Thread Beauty, the complexion stick in the shade 230, deepest warm red to contour real quick. I feel like early on in the start of my career, because it was so social media heavy and I was constantly putting myself and my work out there, a lot of the relationships I cultivated on social media like early on in my following was because of what I did. So there were a lot of people who knew, you know, some of the people that I was connected to, so on and so forth. And I feel like as time kind of flew by and obviously my career started to elevate, there were certain people that would try to come around or connect themselves to me because of the people that they knew that I knew. And it, no matter how much people try to conceal it, as I'm using my concealer, no pun intended, I'm using Huda Beauty, the Faux Filter Concealer in the shade Salted Caramel. What do y'all say, caramel or caramel? Girl, the word is caramel. So that's what I'm using for my concealer. But yeah, I feel like there were certain people who would try to connect with me or be cool with me because they knew that I knew certain people because of my career. And I'm not gonna lie, it still kind of aggravates me that people try to do that to me, because it's like, I'm literally a cool ass person, and just off the strength of me being cool with you or like us being genuine friends, I'm not saying that I mix my business with pleasure a lot, but like a lot of my friends, like my real friends, and hell, some of my fake ones too, because some of these people ain't even around no more, but a lot of people have gotten to meet, you know, some of the people that I work with just off the strength of like us being cool, or them also doing something in the creative space and me, you know, mentioning their names in rooms that, you know, otherwise maybe somebody else wouldn't have. Like, that's just the kind of person that I am. But I will say that when you work in this industry or just do anything period, you gotta be careful of people just trying to be around you because of who they feel like you know, and so on and so forth. And that's just really aggravating. So I think that that's one of the things that kind of like scares me about committing to just being in LA full time, because I'm sorry, I know a lot of people feel like they gotta play the game. And it's so funny because me and my brother were talking about this yesterday. Me and my little bro, we were talking about this. He hates when I call him little bro, even though he's a grown man. But you know, me and my bro, we was talking about this yesterday about just how, you know, people be like, I feel like sometimes to fit into this industry, because people care about clout, and like he was saying, like clout is the new currency. People want you to walk in these rooms and be somebody that you're not, or to kiss ass of the highest paid or the most known in the room. And it's just like, girl, you eat, breathe, and shit just like I do. And quite frankly, ain't none of y'all Beyonce. So I don't want to have to play the game with somebody. Like, I want to be able to walk in a room and be myself and have people see my talent, see my heart, see my genuineness, and work with me. And if that doesn't work for you, then this don't need to work. And that's just that. And I think that sometimes people move to cities like LA or whatever, and they get lost in the sauce of like the glitz and the glam and the Hollywood shit. And like, girl, I'm not saying I don't care about it, because I don't care about it to the point of where I feel like I need to change who I am to be in certain rooms with people, if that makes sense. This is Rare Beauty Blush in the shade Grateful. You literally need the tiniest bit of this, because this, when I say pigmented, okay? So damn, here I am saying you need the tiniest bit and I didn't place it where I needed to, so of course I go in and add more. Anyways, same brush that I use to contour with, you guys know the drill. I try to limit the amount of brushes that I use. One, because I feel like it definitely helps blend everything together, and this starts the blending out of my contour, of my concealer process for me as well. But anywho, in terms of just like walking in these rooms and having to be somebody that you're not, like, I just don't care to, like, you know, like, girl, if you don't rock with me, for me, then that just means that you're just not the person that I'm meant to work with. And I'm okay with that. And I think that in this career, that's definitely been something that I've had to learn to be okay with. Like, everybody that, you know, you might admire from afar, they're not, you know, who you expect or who you want them to be. And I think that that's another thing that people need to understand about not only just social media, but like celebrities and socialites, period. Like, these people have PR teams, these people have an image to uphold. So why would they get on here and show you the ugliest parts of themselves, them being nasty, them being snobby, them being snappy, when the whole point in having an image and a brand is likability? And if you catch my drift, I'll leave it at that. Okay? Be a lot of performing going on. And so, yeah, like, I'm just not interested in being in rooms with people who are uncomfortable with being themselves, or they're threatened by me going in a room and being myself, because baby, I'm gonna be CC everywhere that I go. I don't care about anybody that much to the point where I feel like I need to change who I am in order to fit in. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people who aspire to be in this industry and that are in this industry that are just uncomfortable with themselves because they feel like they need to be a certain way, or they need to walk in a certain room or be liked by a certain person. And I think that that shit is so sad that, like, people just don't feel like they're good enough. I'm not really sure how long that thing get timed out, because I did spend a good bit of the time trying to get something out of my eye. But nonetheless, I'm about to use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Tan to set under my eye. And I just wipe off any like excess concealer. I do like to set with color before I put any type of translucent powder down, just so that way when it sets, it's not setting white, it's setting the color that I need it to set. So yeah, but anywho, the industry stuff. So yeah, I am looking to get into TV and film. And like I said, my whole point in me wanting to do this is so that way I can provide not even necessarily a blueprint, but really be a resource to people that want to do it. Because now let's really get into the whole thing. And I'm gonna talk about it, and I don't care if this lady ever come across this video and see it, because y'all know we talk about real shit over here. So I am a part of a group that helps with jobs and stuff in the industry and so on and so forth. And by jobs, I mean like booking gigs. So if people need, like, you know, last minute makeup artists, last minute camera operators, things and stuff like that, like, they post about the jobs in there. Or if you're looking for work or you're available for work, you can also post in there that you're available for work. And about wanting to join the union. This is when I first got into the group, because the project that I was supposed to be booked for, that ultimately held up or kind of messed with the launch of 427 Beauty, one of the people that's also a part of the project told me about it, and she was just like, you know, it's a group, it's invite only. You have to actually be, you know, invited into this space in order to have access to these jobs. You know, they're industry professionals, yada, yada, yada. This is where they post at. Sometimes it's union work, sometimes it's non-union work. And even if you are non-union, if people need assistance, they'll still, you know, hire for you to be able to help. And so when I first got into the group, I made a comment about, like, you know, wanting to join the union and how that was my goal by the end of next year, meaning I joined the top of this year, 2023. So by 2024, I would love to be able to have all of my paperwork submitted, meaning like all of my hours on set that have been paid, just meeting all of the union requirements, so that way I can sign up for it, because y'all know with the union comes like healthcare, and although they're not in charge of like booking you jobs, it's almost like they serve as a liaison to make sure that you are compensated fairly and all of that good stuff. So yeah, like a lot of the bigger movies or like TV shows that you see, people that are a part of those projects, especially when they're not independent films or they're union films, like it's because they're part of the union. And so there are certain jobs that you technically can't work if you are not a part of the union, and I don't want to be limited, because you guys know I obviously quit my job to go back to school to pursue this full time. Well, I posted in a group, and the first time the lady said something to me about it, she was just like, oh, you know, I made a post about this, yada, yada, yada. You can check it out on LinkedIn, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, cool. I go read the post, and basically she just kind of talked about like her journey in it. It had no details of what I was asking about, like how do you find out about jobs on set outside of this group? Is there anything else that like I can do? Sorry, I didn't even show y'all the product. It was Mocha Mami from Fenty Beauty that I used to bronze, and then now I'm going back into my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, but this time in the shade Dark Deep, to set my face all over. But so this lady, she has me go there, and it's like, honestly, you know, like with LinkedIn, if you guys are unfamiliar with it, LinkedIn is obviously about like networking and like getting your impressions up and everything else. So it's like, ultimately this post she sent me that she made really wasn't the answer I was looking for. But it's like, I'm not that type of person where like if somebody tells me something, I'm gonna check it out, because the reason why I continue to thrive in this space and why I know God continues to bless me is because I'm not a know-it-all. I don't think that I have all of the answers. So if somebody tells me something, even if it's not quite what I'm looking for, but I can benefit from it in some way, then I'm still gonna check it out. I'm gonna use my Black Radiance contour palette. It is an oldie but goodie, which reminds me I need to email them, because girl, BeautyCon was 2 months ago and I have not sent that email yet. I read the post, and like I said, it wasn't necessarily the information that I was looking for. It just seemed like she just wanted somebody to read her story, which was like, okay girl, it's fine. So fast forward to last month, and I made a post, because the first post that I said was about joining the union and how would I go about doing that. And through that, I got like the links to the websites and things like that, because that's what the first post was about, just like about how to join. Because I feel like when you get to asking people that are part of the union for whatever reason, they get to being very weird and very secretive. It's almost like you're asking, like you're trying to ask them like, girl, how did you join your sorority? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just get very weird about stuff like that, and I don't understand. And maybe, you know, it's something that I have to go through, and maybe it is a sacred process, I don't know. But I just feel like something that's on the internet that I could look up, I don't know. People are just very weird, very egotistical in this industry. And as much as I love what I do, this is the part that I don't love about it. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. So fast forward to last month, I ended up posting, and I'm like, you know, now I'm gonna go in with Coco Naughty to kind of tone this down a little bit. But I post last month, And last month when I said something, it was along the lines of like, okay, y'all told me, you know, how to go about getting in the union, and I read everything, and it's talking about needing a certain amount of hours and paid hours, and you have to be listed on a roster, and it has to be paid in order for you to submit this paperwork for you to qualify for the union. So now that I know that I have to do that, how do I go about finding these jobs? Because when film work is being done, especially when you live somewhere like I do, like South Carolina, or hell, even just in Charlotte, like these sets are usually like under code names. It's not like people are sending out crew calls like, hey, need a makeup artist for this project, blah blah blah. So there was one lady that was so sweet. She gave me advice to go on to the IMBDB. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't know the acronyms because I don't go on there, but I would have never thought to do that. So I'm so glad that she said that. And then maybe I'll do like a separate video about breaking into the industry and tools that you can use to find work the more that I go along this journey. So if that's something that y'all want to hear from me, definitely let me know, because when I say this is the year of putting ourselves out there and making shit shake. So she gave me like just some really good insight on where to look at for the work. I'm like, you know, I'm thanking her or whatever, and I want to say maybe like a day or two later, I get on Facebook, and like I literally do not use Facebook for personal reasons at all. Honestly, if I didn't need a personal Facebook in order to have my like business pages and stuff like that, I probably wouldn't have one. But I get on Facebook and I see that I have a comment from somebody. Now mind you, I joined this group probably, I would say maybe like 8 or 9 months ago. So I don't remember people's names because me and this person aren't Facebook friends. I don't know them. They commented on a post months ago. Why would I remember a name? She comes on the post and she says in a very snarky way, like, you asked the same question back in March. Maybe you should revisit that post for answers. Y'all, I go look at the post in March. Literally what I asked in March was, how do I go about joining the union? I introduced myself, said that my goal was to join the union. Any advice that people would have on that would be great. The post that I made last month said that my goal is still to be in the union by this time next year, which means like the end of the year in 2024. Do you have any advice on how to get jobs so that I can get the hours that count towards getting in the union? So not only did I not ask the same thing, I just don't understand the tone and the snarkiness and asking me to refer back to your post that literally did not even answer the first question that I asked. So again, I say, to bring this back to community and me wanting to really thrive in this space and like have the answers, I've just found that having a mentor or having people in this industry that you expect to look out for you, or not even just look out for you, but somebody that you can like lean on and ask advice from, it's just not, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's impossible, because there are other people that say that they have mentors, but like people are just so funny acting in this space. And I don't know if it comes from a place of feeling threatened or feeling the need to be elitist, but I don't like it. 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 Because I just feel like what we do, yeah, you can always get better, but the basis of what we do, y'all can sit down and watch somebody like me do a tutorial multiple times, and if you are a quick learner, you can learn how to do my job. So it's like, so to be so stank acting about somebody that is vulnerable enough, prideful or egotistical enough to ask, hey, how do I go about doing this, is so just, I don't know. And I told y'all, I've had horror stories with having mentors before, people who I've genuinely supported, love their business, and they turn and start being weird towards me once I start getting better at makeup. Like, it's just, people in this industry are so fickle and so strange, and I'm just not about to kiss nobody ass to blend some finely milled clay on people's faces. Like, I'm just not doing that. But I'm not gonna go out my way to be difficult as well. And I think that the girls gotta understand that, like, baby, yeah, we do, some of us do a great job at our job, but at the same time, like, nothing that we're doing is so special that somebody else can't pick up the craft and learn how to do it. And normally I don't, like, especially in public settings, like, you know, obviously how I handle or I feel about things, or how I feel about things amongst friends and spaces that are safe. By the way, I didn't name this brow pencil because hint hint, but yeah, so I just politely read her, like, girl, I referred back to the post. I stated what my post was about and reminded her that what I was asking then is not what I'm asking now. And I had to hit her with the, I hope this helps. Because you were so busy trying to be smart and trying to embarrass me in a group setting when all you did was embarrass yourself and basically state that you do not have comprehension skills or to read. So instead of you taking time to understand what I was saying, you chose to be an asshole, and now it done got you read in front of these same peers that you were so busy trying to be a smart aleck in front of. Like, I don't understand people like that whose intent is to just be nasty, when either you could choose to not say anything or you could lead with love. Like, obviously, if I'm not someone who is actively working in this industry on set because I'm not union, but I'm trying to figure out how to go about working on union projects, assisting and giving people my availability and stating what states I'm able to work in as a local, why are you coming on here being stank? Like, when I tell y'all, that shit threw me for a loop because I was just so confused. Like, why are you, like, what about that was necessary? What about it? Like, you're a weirdo. So, again, cannot wait to get into these spaces so that way I can change how people interact with other makeup artists and needing and wanting the information on how to thrive in these spaces, because we can, and we need more people that look like us. I won't be mentioning all of the eye products that I'm using, so if you see me show something, you see me using something and I'm not saying anything about it, hint hint. So yeah, I don't know, that, y'all, that really disturbed me. And I just like experiences like that, and when people treat me like that, it just makes me want to go harder for the people like me who genuinely just want the information, and like, it's because we want to do the work, not because it's about clout, not because it's about trying to one up or be stank to somebody. Because I hate to say it, a lot of these people in the beauty industry act just like that, and that's really why I be cool off of being mixy with a lot of people, because me the professional and me the personal person, you want to keep me as professional as possible, because you don't want to do the stank act with me. Like, I don't like that. I don't feel like it's necessary. I'm not a fan of people who are condescending. Like, that shit is such a turn off to me, and I don't forget how people act or how people treat me. And she is somebody who, going forward, anytime I see her name, my lip is gonna be turned up, because like, girl, how you handled that was so unnecessary. Like, literally so unnecessary. But you know, people gonna be people. I didn't mean to stay on that long. Also, speaking of social media and obviously me creating content again, I think that I want to tap into social media management. I am very good with understanding the internet, being able to identify trends. However, what I am not good with is managing my day-to-day tasks to the point where I can be the one that's constantly sitting down in front of the camera and growing my own social media. Although that is my goal for next year, to grow my socials, I'm just being very realistic. Like, I'm good at the back end analytics part of it, understanding brand outreach clearly, because you guys know I get a lot of PR, especially if you follow me on Instagram. You already know how that go with me. It is so much PR that gets sent to me for me to not have such a huge following, and a lot of the times it's paid. And people are shook because I think that sometimes people think that you need hundreds of thousands of followers to get paid brand deals, when it's like, babe, that's not the case. You just need to be good at what you do. You need to be convincing. You need to create good content, because when you think about it, the amount of money that brands pay these big influencers compared to them being able to pay a bunch of small influencers with that same budget and it get more reach, just, it makes more sense, you know? And so with that being said, I would love to help other small creators with their experience with trying to tap into social media. So I don't know when I'm gonna start that, because I don't want to get myself overwhelmed or bite off more than I can chew with trying to do that. However, I do want to help, so be on the lookout. Make sure you guys are following my other socials, because that'll probably be where you guys see it announced beforehand, unless I make like a YouTube short video about it to let y'all know that I'm willing and I'm ready to help. And I also want to continue on with my content creator series, because there are new apps and new ways of outreach that I've uncovered since I did the first one. And I think the last video that I did might have been like talking about my analytics or just things like that, but I want to focus strictly on like PR, because that's what people always ask me about, like, girl, how you getting that? And I'm ready to help y'all now that I have some more experience under my belt, and like I said, I have new apps and everything, so I'm excited. And I feel like the reason why I'm able to tap back into the things that have been making me happy is because your girl is back in therapy. And I feel like I might have said this in my video about LA. I'm using the Juvia's Place Warrior palette, y'all. I had to dump out the black eyeshadow because that bad boy broke, and when I tell y'all, it was black everywhere. Like, look, it's black on my hands just from opening the palette. I'm doing the best I can to not get this stuff all over me, but I'm about to use this palette just a little bit to be able to deepen up my crease and stuff. I have been and the shade that I'm using is Kufuru. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But yeah. So I'm just placing, and I'm gonna blend that out in just a little bit. But yeah, so I wanna work on that. But like I said, your girl's been back in therapy, and when I tell y'all, there's so many people that owe my therapist a Christmas present, for real, for real. Like, she has been probably the best thing that has happened to me this year. And this is not an ad or anything, so I don't want y'all thinking that, but I went through BetterHelp to find this therapist that I have now. I was in therapy, and the therapist that I had, she was on maternity leave for a very long time, which I don't blame her. I would love to do the same thing as a mom, being able to take as much time off as my therapist did with her kid. And like, now she's back taking clients, But honestly, I'm so locked in with this new therapist that ain't no need of me having to or switching back, because yeah, like I just feel like not even just my outlook, but my ways of handling things have gotten so much better since I've gotten back into therapy. Because y'all, I was juggling a lot, and not even was, I still am juggling a lot, like being a full-time entrepreneur, trying to still figure myself out as a 31-year-old woman, trying to navigate life, friendships, family, dating, all of that. Like, it was just so much. And to be raw dogging life without a therapist, and I'm a new entrepreneur, and I'm like, girl, I don't know what I was thinking or why I thought I was capable of doing it, but I'm glad that something clicked and I realized, baby, I am not God's strongest soldier and I need some help. So therapy has just been life-changing for me, and I'm so glad that I chose to go back. I'm sorry, I can't find my flat shader brush. I'm no longer in the Juvia's Place palette, by the way. But I'm just so glad that I decided to go back to therapy, because baby, when I say spiraling, I was spiraling, and it was just not pretty. And I think that one of the things that I love about myself is truly just how self-aware I am. And I knew that things were getting to a space where like I just wasn't going to be able to handle it. I had a pretty shitty start to my summer, and just everything that was going on definitely took a toll on me, and I just needed help. Like, period, point blank, I needed help. And I ain't ashamed to say that. I don't care. Don't make me feel like, you know, less of a person or a weak person. Like, I needed help, because if I did not get help, I was going to be in jail or in somebody's ground. Like, that's how bad things got with me. And that's why you guys didn't really see me on my platform as much, because I was just dealing with a lot in life. And then you know, just finally making that decision that, like, you know, my mental health is a priority and I need to do so. So if anybody have been considering or thinking about joining BetterHelp, I definitely do recommend doing it, because baby, my therapist, she my favorite person to talk to throughout the week. And I would just say from July until, well, not even until, but like even still now, like, listen, my therapy days are my favorite days of the week, because I be needing it. And like I said, I'm glad that I took the liberty to really get help, because as someone who struggles with mental health issues, trying to just continue to navigate life the way that I've been navigating it was not gonna be good. Because everything that was small, where I feel like if I were still working a job and I was like consistently busy, or things were going good, but it was like these one-off things that was happening that was upsetting me, I wouldn't be nearly as upset or affected by them as I am now that I have so much time to sit and focus on things not being right, if that makes sense. So the practices, the homework that my therapist has been giving me, I won't even say like, oh my God, I see such improvement in myself, like, to be funny, but like, I really do. Like, it's not even so much that like I don't get bothered by certain things or, you know, certain situations. It's just that I'm equipped with better tools to handle them. And my therapist is so kind, and I'm just so grateful, because I know a lot of therapists aren't like that. It's like, girl, you know, this time is our time and I'll talk to you next week. But anytime that like I'm spiraling or I have a moment, and I text my therapist, she literally, maybe not text me right back, but she will get back to me and just add it to the things that we are going to discuss or talk about in therapy. I'm ready to use this brown liner from Wet n Wild in the shade Simmer Brown to line my waterline. And I do bring it down a little bit because I do like to blend it out. Y'all know this is a brown eyeliner stand account. But anywho, my therapist, like if I'm going through something or something happens, I can literally just text her like, hey girl, you know, hope that everything's okay. And one thing that I do like about my therapist is obviously she has a different personal phone from a business phone. So she talks about the fact that, like, you know, she clocks out when it's time for her to clock out for work, but like the number that we have to reach her outside of therapy, the number that we have to reach outside of the link that we use as far as therapy is concerned is for us to be able to text her or call her. That we have to reach her outside of the link that we use for our actual therapy sessions are amazing, because it's like she knows that, you know, obviously contacting that phone, it's like an emergency helpline for us to be able to just reach out to her. And she has us send it via text and in a voice note, so that way if it's something that she feels like she needs to dissect before our next session, we can do that. And just like different little buzzwords where, like, if we need to do like an emergency session or she needs to give us some homework, that's cool. And she also limits the amount of clients that she takes, so there's not an influx of like people bearing down their problems on her. Like when I tell y'all I was so scared to start over in therapy, but I literally struck gold with my therapist. Like I love her so much. Like she's really just that girl for me. So your girl's back in therapy, and therapy has been helping. It's been helping me process a lot in terms of like getting back out and wanting to date. I'm not using Juvia's Place palette anymore. Wink, wink. It's really been like helping me out in terms of like being open to dating, because if you guys don't know, I have been single now for 5 years, a little over 5 years, after being in a serious long-term relationship. And I am just not a roster kind of girl. Like I really admire those of you who can like be serial daters, meaning like y'all have the roster stacked up, might have one on Tuesday, might have another one on Thursday, and y'all can just rotate out the people that y'all date. Baby, I am a one-man kind of woman. I throw every single last one of my eggs into one basket, and if the handle break on the basket, then guess what? We just don't have a basket no more. We just gonna, you know, we just gonna take our time to search back through Amazon links and find us a new basket. We're not doing the, oh, this ain't works, let me have some, because I just feel like, I have a question, and y'all can answer this in the comment section. When y'all be building rosters, what happens when you like multiple people the same way? Like, how, when somebody want to move forward and they want to be serious, do you cut off the other person that you really like that? Because I think that would be my problem with trying to like serial date or like build a roster, so to say. Because girl, please, like, I like who I like what I like, and I'm not interested in having to, you know, sort through people. Like I've never been that kind of person. I love, I still to this day, like, it's not the goal, and if it doesn't happen for me, I won't feel like I failed at life, because I feel like sometimes people literally take it that serious. But I still want to be a wife, I want to be a mom, and yeah, like those are just things that I want for myself and for my life. And I just can't imagine liking two people the same way and then having to tell one of them, well, sorry, you lost the bet. Somebody else then came along and I like them. Like, you know, like I don't want to ever put myself in that kind of predicament. So that's why I'm not like a serial dater, you know? To lock in and make sure I'm not getting shiny or creasing, especially while I'm taking these pictures, I'm gonna use my RCMA no color powder, and we're just gonna set all of the areas that will crease or where I already see oil at. So like here, so yeah, I don't know how I will go about doing that. I will say that I have decided to be celibate because personally, people are nasty. People don't go to the doctor. People don't care about their health, so they damn sure don't care about yours. And baby, I ain't got time to be having to give no disclaimers about nothing when it comes to me, or having to give people ultimatums because I wasn't being safe or being careful whilst dealing with other people. Also, I'm just not a fan of dealing with people who put me in a position where I feel like I need to question myself or my worth. I'm not competing with another woman for another man. Like, I'm just over it. And I feel like I hate to be that person, like, oh, social media has truly messed up the way that dating goes these days, because quite frankly, people just are gonna be who they are. But I will say that I am tired of the I gotta get you before you get me rhetoric. And I just feel like if you're a man and that's your mindset, I need you to stay away from me, because I already don't really care for people as is. So I feel like if I give you the time of day, like I'm giving you the time, well, damn, that's about to be a lie, because I will say I definitely have been bored and entertained some people that I definitely would not entertain just because I was bored. But yeah, I will say that if I give you the time of day, I don't need it to be a, oh, I'm trying to get you before you get me. Like, if you gonna bother me because you're trying to court me or date me, then do that. Because the second that I feel like you withholding or like trying to not do things on purpose because you feel like somebody else is gonna do that for me, I'm gonna let somebody else do that for me. Like, are you crazy? For me, I just feel like dating is definitely on pause. I'm using my Essence Lash Princess mascara. You guys know I bragged about this when I feel like I did a YouTube short on it, but one of my aesthetics classmates, she used this and I was shook and I had to go get it. So this mascara is bomb, and I think it's only like maybe $4, $4 or $5, but either way, it's cheaper than, y'all know I love Benefit, Milk Makeup, and all the other stuff. This $4.99 mascara, that girl. So like I was saying, damn, my under eye creasing. Anywho, actually, before I do that, let me put a little more backdrop color under my eye, because I really like for my eye to look super smoked out. Anywho, yeah, so I just feel like I don't want to date no man that's put me in a position to have to compete with another woman, no man that will be risking or putting my health at risk to deal with them. And so I'm just celibate. I'm also currently at the moment not drinking wine, not really participating in any really extracurricular activities, because my goal right now really is just to focus on my career and to really, like, I want, this is about to sound so like holy, but like it's true. Like, I just want to focus on what God wants from me, and I feel like that's probably why I've been in the season of being stripped of all the things that I thought I wanted, all the people that I thought that were going to be in my life, because God is trying to prepare me for something better and something more than what I've been accepting out of life. And at first I feel like I was definitely fighting it, but I had to remember, like, girl, you was literally praying for an upgrade in life, and like, why are you being shocked that like certain things or certain people are being stripped away, or that, you know, you're being woken up to see certain shit? So yeah, therapy has definitely been helping me unlock. I feel like I'm already like a super spiritual person anyways, but I feel like therapy has definitely increased my spirituality, because the more that I align with myself, the more I unfold to myself, the more I feel like my therapy is resonating, because I know that everything that I'm doing is ultimately for my highest good, and I only want what's best for me. And if things aren't what's best for me, no matter how much I love those things, those people, then I just gotta be okay with letting it go and walking away. And so specifically, I feel like this last half of the year has definitely been a lot of just doing that. And some of it has been by choice, some of it has been by force, but at the end of the day, I'm grateful, and like, I know that God got me, and my therapist got me as well. So shit, fuck 'em, we ball. Y'all ever seen Snow in the Bluff? That's my movie. Yeah, well, like I said, in terms of dating, your girl is super celibate. Like super celibate. Super celibate. I just don't have time for the nonsense that comes with dealing with these men. And like, I'm okay with that. That was a new product. You guys know that is the Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray that I used. And I'm probably gonna use another one to kind of hold my face together under those lines. But we are going to go ahead and do our first blush. You guys know I have been loving that doll under eye look, so I've been using Sweet Cheeks Matte in the shade Rose and Play. Ooh. And just been setting under the eye with it. I don't know if y'all can see the difference from this eye here to this, but that rose up under the eye, baby, it brings it all together, and I love it. 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 It just makes it so flirtatious. Like, I love it. I love it. I had a dandruff flake just sitting on top of my head. Y'all ain't even tell me. Respectfully, after I'm done with this video, I'm washing this makeup off, and then I have to wash my hair. Like, I have to. My hair is so dirty. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I guess I can end this video kind of talking about the things that I learned this year, because baby, when I say the lessons have been lessening, I feel like God has really just been trying to truly show me my worth, because I'm not gonna lie, in terms of like family, career, definitely dating, I just been dropping the ball on me the past couple of years. Like, I don't know. I think that essentially kind of like just going through life or dealing with life shit has been so, I don't know, like, girl, I just been doing shit, and I am normally not that kind of person. Like, my head is on straight. I feel like when you grieving or you going through shit, sometimes you kind of just are not the smartest. And I won't say that I've been like dumb, but I ain't necessarily been, you know, yellow in the crayon box either. So I've just been trying my hardest to hint, I'm not mentioning this product that I'm putting on my face right now, hint. I just feel like I have been so focused on just trying to better myself, and just, I don't know, like aligning with my purpose. And so everything that I've learned this year has just really been like trusting your gut instinct, and not only trusting my gut, but like understanding that I am God's child, and so I can literally do anything. And I think that sometimes to have faith, it feels very dumb. And like when you're just making decisions, or you just kind of just, I don't even say like leading in blind faith, but yeah, I guess maybe blind faith as well. Like it can be very overwhelming because it's just like, God win, God win. You're watching everybody else around you elevate, you're watching everybody else's life change, and you're like, when is it gonna be my turn? And I had to have some real conversations with myself this year. Like, are you really doing and being all that you can be? Or are you kind of just taking whatever life throws at you and then expecting God to do the heavy lifting when you're literally not doing anything at all? And the reality was, baby, I wasn't really doing anything at all. And that was why I felt so like, damn, like nothing's really happening for me. And I told y'all in that LA video, I feel like me going to LA really changed the trajectory of my life. And I get so emotional when I think about it, so I don't even want to stay on this conversation or this topic for too long. But I will say that my best friend definitely saved my life this year. I'm so glad that like she opened up her home, her city to me, and saw that like, you know, you are literally down here, you're literally like at home, saying all the things that you want. And I know that, you know, I live in a city and I can provide you with a space and a place to make the things that you say that you want possible, but you just gotta jump and get it. You just basically gotta get out here and jump and get it. And I feel like going to LA showed me what was possible, and like what's possible when you are truly walking in your purpose. Like God will not fail you if you just simply get out there and trust that you're capable. And I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for my mom, I'm grateful for my grandma, because the both of them have seen me cry more than anybody this year. I'm grateful for my friends, I'm grateful for my tribe. And yeah, like I'm so excited about 2024 because of all of the steps that I took in 2020 to truly make 2024 what it's gonna be. Like I'm excited to see what 427 Beauty looks like by the time we hit our 1 year anniversary. I'm excited to see what it looks like by the end of next year, because I truly just believe in my brand and my baby so much. And I don't know, like I'm just so 427 Beauty. This is the lip tracer in the shade Chalk that I'm going to be using on my lips, but I'm using clearly, I believe in it, because baby, this is a nub. But hold on, let me line my lip. I had so much foundation on my lip. So, that was 427 Beauty, like I said, in the shade Chalk. Ah! Why is this breaking like that? That's crazy. Elf has one of the best actual like pencil sharpeners, but for some reason the packaging breaks, but the sharpener itself is that girl. I'm gonna start out with And Cream. So this is one of the new shades. Not you guys getting a sneak preview. Let me really show y'all what it looks like. Fun fact about me, I keep lip wands on me because I can't stand to see liner marks on my lip wands. I hate that so much. Now y'all know normally I'm just a regular old nude kind of girl, but because I am about to take pictures, I am using And Cream for the pictures. So this is what And Cream looks like. It's just literally a nude. Just a little bit more. All right, perfect. So what was I saying? I'm gonna wrap up my last thought and then I'm gonna get off this camera. But yeah, like I said, pretty much my focus for this year is to be even better, bitch, to make more money, to grow my brands, to be consistent with my content creation regardless of what's going on in my life. And I truly feel like being back in therapy has really helped me with doing that. And I'm just so grateful for my support system and my village, because specifically for the last 2 years, I feel like since I quit my job to go back into school, I've just been struggling a lot mentally. And I'm not ashamed to say that, because I feel like we are all more alike than we are different. And it helps sometimes to be able to share the things that you're going through and knowing that people are relating, or for you to share the things that you're going through and people are also going through them and feel like they're not alone. So I appreciate you guys so much for always just tapping in and checking in on my platform, and wanting to see content from me. So yeah, I don't know what other kind of videos you guys want to see, but because I am in glam, I probably am gonna go ahead and film a few more videos for you all. And yeah, that's it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye. I'm so sorry I closed this out. I don't know why I didn't. Bad bitch. Just, do you see me? Please. Like, the face is on. Like, I look good, I feel good. These pictures about to eat. Girl, I gotta get a picture of my monitor, because the face, actually, I promise y'all I'm not digging up my nose. If you have a nose ring, then you know the struggle of getting your makeup done or doing your makeup and having that powder on your damn nose. I hate that. When my curls start acting up, because like I said, my hair is dirty and it needs to be, I need to get it together. I'm going to go ahead and get this outro done. But as I stated before during the video, all products will be linked down below in the description box. They are affiliate links, so if you guys want to help me get a few coins in my pocket, you can click the link to shop directly. Again, as always, all 427 Beauty products can be found in the description box below. My website is always linked, so if you guys ever want to purchase anything from me, literally just check the description box. You never have to ask. It's always going to be there. And if I use a certain product, it'll also be in the description under the products used tab. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for always showing up and supporting me. I appreciate the consistent just love and support. There are a few people who comment on all of my videos or just, you know, engage. I truly appreciate it. So yeah, you guys will definitely see me again before the end of the year is out. More than likely, I'm gonna cut in between. I have some videos updated for Redo Sculpt, but you guys will see me more before the end of the year. Maybe I'll give you guys like a quick little holiday look or something for those of you guys that are maybe going to like a little holiday party and you need some look inspiration or something like that. Maybe I'll do that. So yeah, like I said, love you guys so much, and I will see you all in my next video.